Welcome back to CRT. It's me, always DTV3, and my partner in crime, Mascara. How you doing?
Fabulous.
It's like I've
uh,
only seen like 5 minutes ago or something like that. It hasn't been
yeah.
that long.
uh, Ever since the multiverse, time has a way of fluctuating.
That's right. Sometimes we just
Yeah,
gotta pull our own reality back to us, right? Yeah.
yeah. So
So today's.
today,
Go
yeah,
ahead. Well, I'll let you let them know what we're doing today.
today we're doing what we've been talking about for a minute now, but we're actually gonna do a full episode on the four turtles, the
Yes.
remastered ones, and we also got some news bites. So however you want to do it. You wanted to talk about some pickups you have, right?
Yeah, I actually have one pickup and one on the way. The one on the way isn't anything too special for anybody, but this one, people have been talking about it. People have been getting it, and yeah, I got my hands on it, and it was kind of a weird way of getting my hands on it, but that's right. I got this. Okay, it was not from GameStop. It was not
Mm-hmm.
from GameStop. It was actually from Hasbro Pulse. They had these on
Really?
Hasbro Pulse. Uh, again, thank you for Legacy of Nerd. He told me about it, and I went there. I was actually at work when I got the notification. I was like, "Holy crap!" Went there, picked it up. Boom! I was like, not gonna let it go. But knowing that now, today I was on Amazon. So if you guys are looking for this, actually at the moment, the recording of this video. So I'm gonna say that on the recording of this video, you can buy it on Amazon for the
There you
retail
go.
price what it's going for. So there is no secret here. Retail price, it's right there. Amazon. I saw it today. I was like, holy crap. Everybody's getting it. Just how many of them do they have is the question. Hasbro Pulse has no more in stock since today or since the last time I looked. But I found this by total mistake. I'm just looking for stuff to add to my small collection, and this popped up. I was like, holy crap, kind of funny. Because we all know also Entertainment Earth is supposed to get it in August, sometime this August. I think it's like August 24th. They're supposed to have it, but yeah. But by then,
Get
most people will have what they want because GameStop's. There's still people finding them at GameStops. People are finding them everywhere. Like I said, I Hasbro Pulse had them. I don't know how many they had, but I got one. You know,
there you go. You got. Hey, it went through. That's the important thing too,
yeah.
because you could put
Sometimes
something
it
in
goes.
your card and
Yeah, exactly. Hasbro Pulse is good for that. But the reason I said I can't open this, I told you off camera, because it's not
yeah,
mine. This is actually for my son.
there you go.
I told him about it. He goes, "Oh, I want that," and then I just realized this actually says 18 plus, so he can't have it. No, I'm kidding. I think it's funny. It's 18 plus because this is
Whoa.
this is plastic. This ain't the metal one. This ain't the legacy one. But it says 18 plus on it. So I thought that
Yeah,
was interesting. I don't think my Master Morpher said that. I would have to go look at the box later, but yeah. But again,
it's
it's the
cool.
original
Yeah,
box too. I mean, he's gonna have the Morpher. I'm gonna keep the box. I'm not gonna lie. This box is awesome. I love the artwork. I mean, come on, that artwork is just awesome. I love it. I wasn't expecting to fall in love with the box, but this thing is pretty cool.
it's very well done. It's very well done
Yeah,
because it's shaped like the morpher. You
exactly.
you look at the box and it's the morpher.
It's the Morpher. Yeah. I mean, again, this came out during right before COVID in Walmart. I think somebody said it was like $35 originally, and now look at the inflation price. It's almost 70. But I think for what it is, diecast
Yeah,
coins and the size of it, I think it's worth it.
yeah. And
Oh,
you bring up a really good point. You just reminded me of something I saw today. When a few years ago, wasn't even when I was a kid story. This is just like a few years ago, right? You can get a Cuban sandwich for like $5, right?
yes.
Medianoche or un sándwich cubano, a Cuban sandwich for like $4 or $5. Today I passed by Pollo Tropical just on my way to work, and I saw a flyer for a Cuban sandwich. $9, bro.
Really?
The sandwich, not the sandwich, fries, soda. No,
No,
just
no,
the
no.
damn $9 at Pollo Tropical. I'm like,
Wow.
God, bro, and it just reminded me like just how crazy everything pricing wise is right now. And I don't want to get on a soapbox about the this happened in the world and now money means nothing. But I mean, come on now. Let's be real. It shouldn't be this bad. $9 for just the sandwich, and you haven't even gotten like fries or anything or a soda.
Yeah,
Now
it's crazy.
it's ridiculous, bro. Like, who I do see is trying to like. I don't even know if it's like uh, economically smart for them to do it because I don't know their business structure, but Checkers is like price wise, Checkers is not that bad comparatively. Because you go to Mickey D's now, and Mickey D's you can't get a combo for less than $10. You
Wow.
just you just can't do it. Go to Mickey D's right now. Try to get a fish fillet or whatever. And I'm not trying to make this all about food because that's not what this is. But I'm just saying, like, since we're talking price, I mean,
Yeah,
we're gonna
yeah.
we're just like glossing over price. Like, wow,
Now we're food critics. No, I'm kidding.
yeah, we're not gonna do that because that would be like opening the floodgates. I mean, we already get the clicks with the automotive talk. That's enough.
Right?
Our fan base grows exponentially when we do that.
Look. I already have I already have enough students at my own job to teach. Okay, I don't need to teach anymore.
The rabid fan base we have about automotive talk. Please
Right?
more car talk. Yeah. Oh man. But yeah, like I was saying about the pricing thing, just to kind of wrap up that point, it's crazy how like things are not what they price wise. I don't know what. Look, you can't even go to a. There's no dollar store anymore.
No,
What's
there's
the
not.
Dollar Tree is 125, and it's become a conglomerate because it bought out all the little mom and pop uh,
Yeah. You
dollar
know,
stores.
it's funny you said that because, uh, and it was just okay. So I left to Thailand in April. I came back in May, right? So during April, it was still a dollar. When I left, it was still a dollar store. I came back. The Dollar Tree is now, like you said, $1.25. It's like what? It's like it was
It,
a month. It was a
yeah,
month, and I was like, "This is stupid." Yeah,
have you actually gone inside? It's gotten even worse because
yeah.
now they have like $5 pizza. They have I walked in there and they have the chips for regular like $3, 2.69 for like some Fritos, and I was like, thought this
Well,
was the dollar store.
well,
Yeah.
I guess now we can call the dollar store the actual just the name dollar, meaning whatever the dollar is. It's not what it. Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe they should try to be cute and put a Z on it, like very 90s dollars toys. I mean, Dollar
Yeah.
Trees. Yeah,
Right.
boy. Get something going because you can't have the stones to keep calling it the Dollar Tree. The Dollars Tree. That's a lot of branches for that tree, bro. Like
Well,
if you yeah you walk in there now they even got shirts. You've seen that they got clothes now at Dollar Tree. You can buy
well,
like a
I
Mickey
haven't seen
Mouse
them.
shirt or
I
something.
I
Yeah.
haven't seen that my Dollar Tree yet. I've seen socks and some other stuff, but not shirts yet. But yeah,
They,
I
they got
just
a lot of stuff there, bro.
yeah.
I don't know.
All right.
People are buying it though. I mean, what are you gonna do? It is what it is. I guess
It is what
convenience
it is.
and the idea of the Walmart idea of put everything under one roof to try to keep everybody in the same roof.
Yeah.
Uh, that I digress with that. We got some news bites before we get into the actual meat of the subject. I did want to cover two before we start the news real quick. One pickup I have is this bad boy right here. I
Ah.
got I got him, the Toxic Crusader. That's the original one.
Okay.
It is exactly the same figure. I thought there was going to be more difference, but look, it's
That's probably
literally not.
that's a little color difference. It's on the camera at least.
Oh, on the camera, yeah, this looks super bright compared to this one, but
Yeah.
like when you hold them in person, it's the same. It's,
Okay.
even the weapons can look. Is he's holding the weapon from this one? I don't know where this is. Like a million years old. I'm not gonna find this weapon, but look, there's the back. So
Yeah.
It's fine. It's just I don't know.
You were hoping
I
for more. You were hoping for more, and you're just not getting it.
I don't honestly with this line. It's kind of hard to tell. You know, it's you can't
Yeah,
be as critical with this because it's Toxic Crusaders. It's not like Ninja Turtles. Ninja Turtles we can be critical till we're blue in the face because there's so many options and so many divisions and so many things, right? Oh,
and
you're the
they will.
NECA Ninja Turtle. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a lot of avenues to go with. With Toxic Crusaders, you got this. Shut up. So yeah.
uh,
I did want to show this too before we move on to the news thing. I had said how big the box the packaging is. Look at this. Look, I can't even fit it in the whole frame. Literally bigger than my head and like half my love seat. This thing is huge. This is what the thing is packaged in, bro. Like, look. This,
well, it's got a little nice little card back to it.
I
They-
guess, but
I mean, they're
yeah.
looking at that as a collector's piece there. I mean, look at the back; it's a little comic kind of looking back and everything. It's kind of nice. You hang it on the wall. But yeah, that
Yeah,
is huge. That is huge for sure.
I hope they do more because last year, uh, Pixel Dan had an interview with the Trick or Treats people, and they were saying and they had a few different figures, and this year they didn't have any representation, and they're supposed to be releasing the bad guy, which is Doctor Killamoff, soon enough, but we'll see. I think he's supposed to come out like in the middle of September.
Mm.
But this can't be doing that bad either because this actually made it to Walmart. I bought this at Walmart. I showed you the
Oh
picture.
wow!
Yeah, it's been out a
Yeah,
while, but it's still made it to Walmart. Which, as a toy maker, I get the mountains that you have to climb, the distribution, the packaging, the retail work you have to put into it because it is very much retail work to get your
yeah,
stuff into there. But they did it. They did it. So here's hoping that more characters come out. Uh, I kind of want to see them try to do the Melvin figure, which is sort of like the Bruce Wayne to Batman,
yeah,
what the
yeah. I
character
mean,
is before yeah, what he turns into before. So we'll
yeah.
see there with that. And with that, we can start cranking in on some automotive talk now.
Okay.
I, it's good when we actually don't have that much automotive talk. I'm tired of
I
coming out here and bitching and complaining. Like, what?
Hey, we just gotta start our engines.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's
crazy
move
stuff.
on. Let's keep our
Yeah,
lane. Let's keep it on our lane. Come on.
yeah. So, quick news here. First thing is the Mondo Turtles. Now all four of them are. I don't know why they keep switching these pre-orders and because remember we talked about this with Mondo and those giant Sofubi turtles, the $89 ones. They were going to release two, and then they switched one of them for the other one, and then they switched the packaging again, and then they brought out Mondo Gecko and Ray Fillet, and
Baxter
now they're
Stockman.
yeah, and now they're just all four of the turtles are on pre-order at Big Bad. So, but I thought like, what is your release like? I don't know. I'll be honest too. Like, if they were like 5-inch figures for like I don't know $17 or something, I'd buy them because that's fine. They look very Playmates ish, so it's not like
Yeah,
it would bother me. But who has space to start an 8-inch collector line? 8-inch plus, because remember how wide they are.
yeah,
They're
exactly.
wide. They're
They are
not just
right.
8 tall. They're not just tall. They're wide. So
My question
I,
is the vinyl Japanese vinyl like what Super 7 uses, or is it just vinyl? Because Super 7's
it's a
vinyl things are expensive because
it's a
they're actually made in Japan.
this is a from what I because I've seen a few interviews on this. So from what I gather, it's a compound, so it's like half half. It's like half plastic,
Oh,
half vinyl. It's called that's why it's called sofubi. It's not full one or the other. It's a hybrid.
got
So like I said, if they were 5-inch figures, okay, yeah, sure. Well, you're just doing what Playmates should be doing, so it's not gonna piss me off. But
no.
it's like, who has that type of space? I don't even have space to, and I've talked about this a few times. McFarlane keeps making these Batman movie figures that I want to kind of buy, but I don't want to buy it because I don't want to go down that rabbit hole.
Oh
And
yeah.
those are regular 7-inch figures that are like about an inch and a half in
Hmm.
width. They're not like, oh, where am I going to put this Ray Fillet? Like,
Besides
I don't
that
know. Yeah,
big
hell with
Batman
it.
car. Yeah. Well, see,
Yeah.
that's one of those lines that you go, man, that Baxter Stockman just catches my eye, but the other ones I can just live without, or something, or wow, that April O'Neil looks awesome in that formation. But that's not a line that anybody. I don't. Me personally, again, like you said, space is one, two. I just don't know. I just don't see most people collecting that type of thing. Unless they have
Well,
like a big giant house or a big room for just their collectibles, you know.
or you know what? I could look. I could see somebody collecting this line, and they have nothing. If they
Yeah.
literally woke up one day and said, "You know what? I'm going to start collecting action figures." You've never had any action figures before. You're starting at zero. If you start at zero, sure, because you'll make a shelf
Yeah.
for your figures, and oh look how nice, and I'll never see them again, or I can stare at them before I go to sleep or something, But like
Right.
most toy collectors have a lot of toys to begin with, and you're eating space that people can't, do anything with. But
Well, like I said before, I have a lot of Bandai, a lot of old fashioned Playmates stuff that is in a tote. My Super 7 stuff's on display, but my cheaper stuff's
yeah,
in a tote. So it's like,
yeah,
yeah. Besides the ones that we're going to be talking about today, it's actually up on this top shelf up here that I don't have displayed for because I really want to get another glass display because this Playmates line is going to kill me in my budget. I'm just going to be truthful. So, yeah.
yeah. Bro, I, call me crazy, but I could see them. It depends what they want to do here. And I talked about this last time we were, you know, or the time before. Playmates has so many avenues to go in. If they stick to one and full throttle that one, it'd be pretty awesome. Like if you're just gonna do 87 and create more characters of the 87 and the original toy line, you're just gonna, the hell with it. We're just gonna make, okay, we're gonna make Baxter Stockman as a human in that size. We're gonna make Karai in that size. We're gonna make Hun. We're gonna make the two other missing frogs that we never got. All of these other things that were missing from the collection because your fan base is old to begin, and it isn't a dig or anything. It's just factual. If your older fan base is what's gonna drive this, you need to make them happy. I don't know, with them spreading themselves so thin. Because right now, what's going to happen in the next 5 months, right? People are going to be walking into a shelf, into a store, and they're going to see, oh, here's the NECA, the 2012 Michelangelo, and then you go to the next aisle, and then there's the original Playmates re-release of the same Michelangelo
Yeah.
for like $11, $11 or $36. Which one are you going to get? Because you're not going to get both unless, I
No.
don't know. So you're going to end up getting the prettier one that looks more show accurate, which, like it or not, is the NECA one.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? It's like if Playmates sticks to one lane, I think they'd be really well. You know what? The hell with it, bro. Like I think they're gonna do this within the next 2 years, and this is just a prediction. Okay, not to go on a thing because we got other stuff to run with, but I think within the next about 2 years, we're gonna get re-released versions of the next mutation figure.
Oh, it's possible. Yeah.
That's the
It's
only
very
thing they
possible.
haven't touched. It. Playmates still made them. It's not like they switched toy companies in the middle of it or something. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'd buy them again because mine are like all warpy and that plastic is not a friend to time. But let's get back to the news itself. The next news item: there's this Megazord, the Dino Megazord, but it's in subscription form and it comes in little pieces. I don't
Oh,
know if
this is
you've
the
seen
second.
it.
Yes, this is the second time they released this,
Yes, but
and it
now
was this was
it's
kind of
stateside.
temporary.
I,
Yeah,
I
now
think
it's
it's
the
Fanmo or something,
yeah
Fandome. Or,
Originally, it was in the UK, and I used to watch somebody build it on YouTube because it kind of pissed me off. It's 2 feet tall, 2 feet tall, made out of
Yeah,
all metal. It lights up, and it can go into the Zord mode, or it can go into the Megazord itself. Yeah, but it's
looks
not cheap. It's not
it looks
cheap.
very yeah. It's like it's. I saw somebody actually break down the pricing for it because it's subscription based, so you get like a bag of Lego pieces every month until you eventually put this thing together.
It's not exactly Legos, but yes.
But you know,
Yes,
like
yeah, I
it's a
know what you
little
mean.
bit, yeah. So
Yeah,
it's approximately $2,000 to make this Megazord.
yeah.
What?
But like I said, it's made out of metal. It's an actual metal and plastic Megazord, and it's 2 feet tall. Can you imagine where are you gonna put that? It's gonna be in a corner somewhere, going, "Hey, I'm a Megazord." You
Yeah.
know?
You know what I would get, and I even hate that I would even think of getting this, but we talked about it during the San Diego thing that there was a rejected Megazord that was
Yeah,
100 one for one screen accurate, and it looked just like the Bandai didn't want to do it for whatever reason. That Megazord that was like $1,000. I'm not throwing away $1,000 like that. But hypothetically speaking, if I did have to throw away, because that just like it's so screen accurate, like you can't even BS on it. Like if you nail something, you nail something. But yeah, the next
yeah. There's a lot of things like that, but it's all about this. It's all about this.
yeah, the next thing is the Solar Jaguken. There's a black and gray and green version coming
Yes, I've
out
seen it. Again,
of the Dino Megazord on
that
pre-order right
pricing
now.
that pricing is hot, hot, very high.
It's
But
bad,
again,
but it's
it,
not
it,
impossible bad. It's like 250 or 230 or something.
yeah, it's not too bad. But again, it's one of those like okay, so I'm not big into alternate coloring, as you guys know, but that's a totally different type of Megazord. That's not the original Megazord. That's the one with the pterodactyl rings that are like very big and everything, and it looks like real dinosaurs. That I would be down for. You know,
The green accents on it really make it pop too. Like
yeah.
I don't collect that because we've seen this done in black and gold so many times by so many
Mhm.
different companies, but I
Oh
think
yeah.
the green accents and the grays really like give it a completely different look to it.
Oh,
It
I
makes it
like
sort of
it.
like an evil version of the Megazord.
Yeah.
like you remember a Darkwing Duck? Here's a Darkwing Duck and here's Negaduck. It's the exact same character, but he's in
Yep.
yellow instead of purple.
Yeah.
That's what I like.
Tell you what. Tell you what. Let's make life easy. How about this? How about we just go? There it is.
There it is.
That
Yes,
is.
sir.
Like I said, this thing is wonderful, and I think it looks fantastic. I always love this chest plate on this one. You know, like
Yeah.
the teeth instead of being like an armor. Um, but
That
anyways,
wingspan. Jeez,
I think
can you
oh
go
yeah,
back to it? Yeah,
four hundred
yeah,
fifty
blow.
nine dollars. It's a little there. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, but that
There you
wingspan in
go.
the back. Look at that. That looks like almost like a Digimon and a Megazord had a baby or something. That thing looks
Exactly. I
crazy.
love that. I love this thing. This thing is amazing looking. I wanted the original one too, but it's like that price it just kills me. You know.
Yeah, it is a nice looking thing though. That,
Yeah.
that that wingspan gives it so much personality too. Like you can't. Those wings are eye catchy. That's exactly what it's supposed to be, and that's what it does.
Yeah, and
Look
this
at
is
that.
the only Megazord that actually have feet for these guys.
I like that. That's a
Yeah.
very. I liked it when they did it with the regular, and then with this recolor thing, they it don't look bad either.
Well, see, that's the thing. Like this Tyrannosaurus has legs in like the actual Dino mode, and then when you go into the actual like Megazord mode, it goes
Yeah,
into the
the rover
roll.
mode. Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
thought I thought it was cool. I just love the way these look. They look more like realistic animals. And here's your
You
pterodactyl
go
that you
go back to images if
saber
you can. Yeah, one
saber tooth
more.
tiger.
I like that neck pivot, that positioning.
Yeah.
You usually don't get that position with most.
No.
That's it's a very good articulation design right there. It's very good.
Yeah, and this is awesome. I love how he carries the power sword. Something that makes
Oh,
sense, you
it's the
know? Like
tail. It's the
it's
tail
the
for it,
tail.
right?
Yeah. So
All right,
finally,
all
this is what the power sword. This is
right.
how this is how they get the power sword. No,
Yeah.
makes sense. But this guy never changes. I swear to God, they can't do anything different with this guy.
Well, well,
It's a mastodon.
the mammoth head, yeah, it looks a little different, but the body buck, it has to open into being the arm, so you
Yeah,
also
I
have to
know.
play with that. So. But it
But
does
yeah,
look good.
it does. They all together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
See Super 7, everybody else can do what's going on with you. No.
I don't know
But
what.
anyway,
Speaking of that, it's not in the notes, but you brought up a good thing. Have you heard anything more about the deluxe Rangers, the $35
uh,
ones? Or,
okay, so besides them coming out on Power Ranger Day,
yeah, PulseCon thing. Yeah.
uh, well, PulseCon Power Ranger Day, whatever, uh, I did a small video. I'm gonna do a selfish plug here since I was gonna do it anyways, but I'm gonna do it now because it's just gonna show. So I did do a video here, the Super 7 one here about Comic Con, but it basically just begins with the Metallic Rangers. And as you see here, I already did a review on these guys that we're going to be doing a review here. So you're going to be
Mhm.
unboxing yours. But so if you guys don't know, this is my YouTube channel, DTV83. And I've kind of revamped it a little bit from a few days ago. But yeah, I do everything kind of like we do here almost, news, things that pop up. I do reviews. I even do movie reviews sometimes. Not really, but does sometimes I get like an itch and I go comic book, movie, TV show, depending on what I'm doing. Those days I just sit there and go, hey, you know what? This was really fun. Let me do something with it. Like
Yeah.
those. But anyways, yeah. So I did this. So if you guys want to check it out, this has some of the information about the 7-inch deluxe versions of what you guys got for Ultimates. And then if you want to watch my review that we're going to be doing right here, go check it out. Go check out DTV83. Go check out Mascara's pages. We all have stuff that we talk about here, but we also do on our channel. My channel is pretty much kind of related to this channel, but Mascara talks about his stuff.
Yeah.
His toys and stuff. And then you can go check out what he's talking about on his channel for his toys and his upcoming stuff. I mean, we all relate back to our stuff here on CRT, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah. The next news item here.
I have lost all your sound.
Can you hear me now?
Not hear you one bit. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you just fine. Go ahead.
Do I?
I can hear
Oh,
you fine.
okay. I can hear you now.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So next news item here is, I don't know where this came from, but you might have seen the Power Rangers Lightning Collection movie figures. They're being called customs, but they are, somebody had this buck or this mold, or got the files or print them, because
Yes,
they're starting to
I
sell.
saw something of that on Facebook, and I was just kind of bypassed because like they don't exist. What are you talking about? I thought they were
But
just
they
a
do.
3D printed. Someone made them at home with the
I
same
think
size.
somebody cast. Yeah, I saw they have too much gloss to be 3D printed, unless they're doing 3D printing through like a half resin type thing, and even then it would still be financially irresponsible to even do it that way. I think somebody just like got the molds, from wherever, and flipped them, but they're
But
selling them.
again, we talked about that too in a few other past things too. Like with the Madame Moreau and the White Tiger Zord. How people keep having them up on pre-order for eBay because why? Because someone might have the blueprint, the molds, or the 3D printed whatever, and they can print them out and be like, hey, and put them in a box that says Super 7 and sell a bootleg.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, these are coming out. These I've seen all six of the Rangers, and they look like they belong in Lightning Collection. They look like the articulation is there, like the costume is of the movie. So it's
yeah.
very well done. It's it's almost impressively well done for something amateurish, but it's, I don't know. It'd have to be
I
something.
get you. Yeah.
It's something like, what I mean, like
Well,
something's up there.
I don't remember his name, but I just watched an interview with with the main guy that did the Lightning collection, and I
Yes,
cannot
that's
remember what I was watching. but he was the main guy that was on the project until
Yeah,
almost the very
Corey.
end,
Yeah, I saw
Corey.
that.
And he said there was stuff in the works that he could not talk about because it never was released, it never was done. So
Yeah.
I'm wondering if he had a friend and he's like, "Here, if you guys can actually do it, here, but I didn't give them to you."
So
You
I
know,
don't know. These designs fell off a truck or something because
that's what I'm saying.
they.
Maybe he had a friend who goes, "Here, you really want to make these characters? Make them. Just can't put them as Lightning Collection, but you can make them
But
say they were
somebody's doing
free."
it.
Yeah, somebody's
Yeah,
doing it.
yeah. And that was one of the next news item. Actually, you hit it right on the head. The Toku Topics. He had this big interview with Corey from Lightning
Yes.
Collection, and
That's
yeah,
what it
he
was.
talked.
That's what I watched it. So I've
Yeah,
been, like I said, I've been having this morning shift. I'm just,
yeah.
yeah.
So on this interview, he talks about some of the first figures he made, and like he basically oversaw the whole line. It's a very good interview if you guys want to check it out. We
Yes, go
we
check it out.
we plug it, but the recap of it is he was super proud of the Lord Zed because they talk about the Lord Zed model for like
Yes.
12 minutes. Like a good chunk of the interview is the Lord Zed, and it's interesting because Lord Zed breaks the buck from your usual Ranger head, boots, belt, you know, hands. Lord Zed has to be his own articulation, his own thing. There's not a lot of shared parts, so he talks about how much he likes making Lord Zed, how much he enjoyed making the other monsters that he got to make, and he also, was talking about how he regrets that they didn't get a chance to do Squad and Babu.
Oh,
He
yes, I
he
know.
had he had come up with a couple of sketches for what he can do for articulation for Babu, I believe, but he just couldn't. But that was just like sketches. That wasn't actual tooling or anything.
Yeah.
But he did start having ideas for it, and they're like, yeah, that was the two missing from the main Moon Palace crew. So there's that.
At
And
least they got a
the
Scorpina.
yeah, yeah, they got Scorpina, and the big thing there at the end of it, he's like, I had this one big project that I was supposed to do. I think it was a monster. Like they, they didn't let him talk about which monster he could or couldn't release,
Hmm.
but it has to be a monster
It
that
has to be.
he had to NDA it or something, but he glossed over it. So there's that. That's a very good interview. On another little news bite, and you kind of touched on it a second ago. I don't know if you've seen this, but people are talking about the Super Seven White Tiger Megazord again. People are complaining that, like you said, about the pre-orders not coming through. Or people want that White Tiger Megazord.
They do, and you know what?
It's coming up again.
Again, here's the thing. I don't care what Super Seven says, and if you're listening, Brian, if you're listening, whoever else runs this company on that side of the Power Ranger line, yes, people pre-ordered it. People wanted. I mean, if you listen to people talk about these two, Madame Rowe and White Tiger Zord, to this day, they still like, what the hell happened? Why did we not get it? I mean, we got characters that are, different color variants and stuff like that, and a lot of people don't order those variants unless they're just like 100% into the line. But we're still getting them.
Yeah,
White Tiger Zord, even though it's in battle mode, is impressive. And one thing
it's
about the Zords with Super 7 is you get a power coin. It's kind of like that special ooh moment. Oh, I got this, but it also comes with this diecast coin like the Legacy Edition. And that's what they are. They're pretty much like the Legacy power coins for the Morpher. There's no little pins on them like the Hasbro ones. They're just a straight coin, and that's it.
yeah. I've seen people on some of these Ranger groups and stuff, and like, oh, where is it? I had paid for it, and it's still not here. It's like you should have known for a year and a half already that this thing was canceled, but apparently they didn't do it because the White Ranger is coming out, has come out already. So
Yeah,
and
it came
people
out
have
a while ago.
yeah, but now I think it's getting into some stores because Super Seven has a Walmart thing where once in a while they'll float a figure, and I
Yeah.
think they're walking by and they're like, oh man, there's White Ranger. I guess Woe and White Megazord has to be somewhere around here, and no, that that
No.
that did not happen. So
Yeah, that again, I know, like they said about the Turtles, 2003 Turtles, and we know those sold really well because of Comic Con. Uh, People want them, they'll buy them and buy them and buy them. If they don't want them, they won't buy them and they will just take them off. They won't make them. But again, I have a really hard time believing that no one pre-ordered this stuff. I
Yeah,
just think it was just one of those. Maybe it was too high of a cost for them. Having those characters, those big characters side by side. Madame Rose, not a small action figure. If you saw what they came with, White Tigerzord's chunky, big, heavy, had a lot of accessories. I mean, it wasn't just a small, you know,
yeah,
Megazord. Dino Megazord. It was all sorts of things.
yeah. That that I guess kind of connects back to the Toku Topics interview because he was talking about pricing and the budget for a figure. If you put 100,000 into making an action figure, and then you might not get that money back because the figure could be canceled, things could go sideways, and perfect example. I don't know if you saw this. This has kind of been like the chatter going around. The Snake Layer playset from Masters of the Universe that was supposed to be crowdfunded. You know what I'm talking about, right? That was
I
supposed to
know
be
what
crowdfunded. Yeah, that it was supposed to be for the Motu Origins. The fan base disliked it so much they actually postponed the whole thing. I've never seen something like this, and one of the Super Seven guys was on Geek Dad Life, and he was talking about, oh, you probably lost $50,000 just on tooling. You probably lost $100,000
Mhm.
on that one playset or two playsets. I don't know where they're getting these astronomical numbers. I'm a toy maker, and it's you're not gonna cost. I don't cost. I design it myself, so I can pull the vectors and I can print it. So I don't know where this type of tooling comes from, bro. It's,
Um, I think tooling in general, if I'm understanding it from a business side of view, it's probably paying the person that's designing it,
yeah,
having it manufactured to see the test prints like you do, because you told me you do test prints, and then
yeah.
fixing the test prints back into the computer generation, back and forth till they get the product that they want. To even
Yeah.
just show on YouTube, hey, this is what we have so far. Boom, boom, boom. Like Super 7 used to do. They used to do that with all their action figures. Hey, these are our, 3D printed. They're not painted yet. Blah, blah, blah. You remember that? I don't know if you ever saw that. Like they used to
Oh,
do it with it,
yeah. They. I know what you're talking about. They did that last year with the Turtles wave, where they had Punk Rocker, they had the Gorilla that nobody wants, they had
Yeah.
that wave that's still missing, that wave 7, I think. And this
Yeah.
year they only had the 2003 Turtles, and I have an update on that as well. But yeah, it's I don't know. They decided not to show that, or there wasn't enough space too, because they keep trying to like make the Silverhawks thing happen, which is I don't know.
Yeah. Well, those are
Maybe
always
it's Warner Brothers that's
and
pressuring them too. I
if
don't know what their contract is, but
I think if I remember right, the Silverhawk ones are like made to order though. Or am I thinking it's something different? There was one of them that was made to order. I think it was the Silverhawk.
I think what you're thinking is the metallic Silverhawks, the
Oh
ones
yeah,
that
the
are
back metal.
vac metal. Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
that's what. Yeah, those are the ones that are they are
The
what
ones
they
that gonna
are, but
the ones that gonna break in
it's
2 seconds.
yeah. I
I'm
mean,
sorry. I remember the Green
uh,
Ranger shield.
yeah, yeah. I'm with you on that. I don't understand. Well, it's their company, so I don't know, but it's weird. Going back to the update on the Super Seven thing too for the 2003 Turtles, I saw an interview with one of the toy sculptors, and he was talking about that Mikey and Raph had the same body and had the same tone, the same skin color because it was the same exact thing. Because that was just a factory error that they printed both of them at the same color.
Oh, okay.
But that's not going to be the final color for Michelangelo or Raph. One of them they're going to have to change color out.
Mhm.
But if you see the renders that they showed a few weeks ago before that, it did look like they were sharing the same color. So I don't know how you're going to differentiate that
We're just
hard.
gonna have to see what they look like and when people review them, because my budget doesn't have that kind of money right now.
I don't know. They're playing a game here. They're splitting the audience.
Oh yeah,
I'm
definitely.
I'm a Playmates fan. I love what they've done with Playmates, and now they're bringing
Well,
in the
like
2003. So
right
You're
now, if
push
you want
you're
2003
pushing out
turtles,
the other.
if
Yeah.
you want 2003 turtles, let's go to Walmart. They already have them. Playmates has
Well,
them.
well, the thing is, you've already done this, and I even understand the idea of testing the waters with the 2003 turtles, right? But what I don't understand, and I said it before, and I don't understand it today, even from a business perspective, is making a wave two of the 2003 and not putting any other Playmates people in there. Look, we're at the point where this line here, the Playmates Super 7, doesn't have Razor, it doesn't have Toka. How do you not have Razor and Toka? You already made the body in Slash. All you need to do is a different head
Well,
and,
you know
and,
what's
and
funny is
color it a different.
I know this is your line, and
Yeah,
I watch people I watch people review this stuff all the time because it's not my line, but I like watching reviews of stuff that I might be interested in.
yeah,
There's a lot of people that are getting out of Super Seven, not just the total line, but just out of Super Seven because they're not getting what they want. They're not getting what the
yeah,
promises they're getting are not what they're receiving.
yeah.
They used to have so many drops so many times a year. I think it was like 3 times a year. They would drop a
Mm,
line to come, shove it to you. Not here's the newest thing. No, it would be shipped to you every 3 months or whatever it was for each wave. Well, that doesn't happen. Doesn't happen anymore. Ultimates are now, I'm gonna call them deluxe. I guess in a way, you get very little for too much of a price. And
you're right. You're right.
yeah, a
You're
lot of
right.
people are out. And I mean, again, like I said, I
I,
collect the
I
Power
can't even
Ranger
argue
line.
with you. I
Yeah,
can't even argue with you because you're right. And yeah, that's when you
it's like
somebody's
I
right, they're
collect the
right.
Power Ranger line, and the only one I'm missing, only ones I want are Squat, Baboon, and Scorpina, and I'm done with the line. Honestly, because I just don't see myself buying anything else from them because it's like price too high. The overall build of them are good until you move them too much. When you start moving the characters too much, they start becoming weak. Like the joints just don't hold anymore. I noticed. It's like even my Red Ranger, it's in a stupid case standing. And I'm noticing it doing this a little bit every few weeks, just tipping over. I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm not even moving it. It's moving itself. I don't know if your turtles do that or not, but it's
Uh,
like that. Like it
they
just
get a
like,
little gummy. Yeah, a little
yeah, it's
bit.
like, why are you moving? It's like no one's putting pressure on you. You're in a glass case. Airtight
Yeah.
glass case is not doing nothing.
Well, look. I just have them there, and some of
Yeah,
them are already leaning on. They're just like leaning into each other to not fall or nothing. But even
that's
that,
crazy. That's
you know.
crazy.
But
It shouldn't happen. It should be. I can understand if you're like just moving around, like playing like you were a kid. But a lot of my stuff from a kid, I could just still go, and it will still stand up. These expensive toys, because that's what they are. They're toys. I don't care that we call them collectibles or not. They're still toys. So, are just built badly for the price. They just don't hold up. I've heard people say the same thing with NECA. NECA stuff just falls apart after a while. It's like this is crazy. It's like what happened?
their hinges, jeez,
Yeah.
some of those hinges they got. I don't know.
I can go on for hours about this stuff, but I still love my Super 7 stuff. I still love the company Super 7. It's just noticing little flaws like that since I don't touch them and notice what's going on in my case. Like, what the heck?
Yeah, since we're talking the Power Ranger line with working with Hasbro Pulse and making that an exclusive, I think the smart thing, and I kind of touched on it a few weeks back. That I keep saying that they're not going to do a civilians. Okay, here's the 5 original Rangers to go with Vulcan Skull, something, right? I think if you don't have confidence that you're going to be able to sell Tommy, Trini, Billy, Zach, and Kimberly, why don't you make them Hasbro Pulse exclusive then? Have
Right?
Hasbro
And
take some of the hit here. That's not going to come with a lot of stuff anyways. Your
you
civilian
don't need
form for the
you
Rangers are
don't
not
need
going to come with what? What do you
you really
bring?
don't need nothing.
You bring a morpher. You bring an alternate head with like half morphs to give you some more of a look, and maybe a battle effect. That's it. It's civilian form, and you can still keep that on that small $35 tight price
Mhm.
range. I and I think
Yeah.
people would like it because it's the five.
Oh,
Look, you have to look just by force. If you have Jason, you have to have Billy and so forth. and then you can open up the doors to bringing in Tommy. Because if Jason doesn't sell, Tommy's not gonna sell, especially for a line like this that's very Mighty
Well,
Morphin and
again,
don't move. You know?
they would drop them all. They would drop all six of them. But see, there you go again. This would be the perfect opportunity to make a Tommy with a removable clothing. So you got the Green Ranger shirt, or you got the white shirt. Different head sculpts. One's the White Ranger head,
Y-
one's the Green Ranger head. You're
Yeah,
done. You know?
yeah, but I see them splitting that. There's no way they
Oh
would
yeah.
ever sell something like that.
No,
You
they wouldn't.
sell you sell Tommy with the ponytail as what as Green Ranger, and then Tommy with the long hair as the White Ranger.
Yeah.
That way you can have two versions or something like that. But your civilian forms, if you're gonna do it, do it. If you're not, then don't even like tease people about it. What do you need another repaint of the Megazord, of Rita, of the Green Ranger, of all
They,
five Rangers? Like, dude, like how many repaints
okay.
do you need here
So,
for this line
so
to
I,
live?
I will say this repaint is not necessary, but necessary for the. They made these Rangers back when Bandai was going on. They had the metallic Rangers. They even had it in the TV show where they became metallic at one point. I saw that a few days ago, actually, on another interview with somebody that did the graphic design for the show, and I forgot all about it. So the metallic Rangers are actually part of the actual TV show as well. So it is
Yeah.
necessary, but it's not something that most people will remember. I mean, I used to watch this daily. Every day I watched Power Rangers when I was growing up, and I totally forgot about that. You
Well,
know.
it's the nostalgia too because you see these and they all have the symbol on their chest.
Hmm.
And as kids, we always had our Rangers with the symbol on the chest. Oh, here's a Tyrannosaurus, here's a Triceratops. So when you see it without it, it looks weird. You go one for one. Put your ultimates and then put the other one. Which one is the one that looks like it belongs? The deluxe one, which shouldn't, but it's just
No,
repetition,
that's
you know?
yeah.
Yeah. But, moving on from there, because we can, spin that forever. Tales of the TMNT season one is out right now on Paramount Plus. Try to watch it while you can. That's all I'm gonna say on that.
Keep talking about that. I'm gonna actually see something real fast that we
Go
were
ahead.
talking about this earlier.
Yeah,
And I'm gonna see something. But go ahead, keep talking.
yeah. So all 12 episodes are out. This should be fun. From what I've heard, because this isn't spoilers, because I want to sit down and watch it myself because I like turtles enough. Obviously, I do a podcast on them. So, but from what I understand is the the episodes 1 through 12 have one storyline, and then the other episodes, the 13 through 24, that's another storyline. So that's season two, and it's kind of broken down into like mini series style. You
Yeah.
know, this is the story, the overall arcing. This is the this. This is the that. So there's that. Next news item. There's I don't know if you've seen this. They've already got some of the teenage Ninja Turtles, like the turtles in high school. Remember, I told you they were gonna make turtles in high school without the bandanas. It's just like shirts and slacks and like
Hmm.
backpacks. They've already dropped in Europe, so people are buying them from the Europe. And there's this other character they have there, Turbo Cami or something like that. That's like a chameleon. That one's out now. It'll eventually get here to the stateside, but got to give it a little time. And the final news item for today, unless DTV finds more stuff here.
Well, it's just okay. So I'm gonna
Yeah,
share this with you guys.
yeah.
See if I can split this. So we were just talking about Tails and how it's on Paramount Plus. Oh wow, my screen's down here's a little broken. Um, so I have Amazon Prime. So check this out: Amazon Prime, Paramount Plus together. Tales of the Turtles. So if you have Paramount Plus, Tales of the Turtles, it's here because I guess they're a hand in hand company. They work together. I had no idea. So I guess if for some reason Paramount Plus goes down, Amazon still could theoretically
Oh,
maybe pick them up.
I know what I know what this is. This is
Yeah.
you could probably do this on YouTube, but this is like they sell it by episodes, right? Like episode one is $4, episode two is $4, $4, and then the season pass would be like 30 or something. Is that what
No,
it
no,
is?
no, no. This is you have to have a subscription to Paramount Plus to watch these.
Oh, because I thought it was like YouTube, like you could buy an episode of a show for like
Yeah,
two,
I've
three
seen
bucks,
that.
$3, $4 now. But
Yeah.
yeah,
But no, you
that's
have to
how.
actually have a subscription to Paramount Plus. Other than that, you can watch like a trailer for each one of these. But I'm
Yeah,
saying if it's already here on Amazon, theoretically through the website, they might be able to have it sooner or later. We can just, like you were saying, buy it or something for like $4 a piece or whatever.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. And kind of wrapping up the news with the last news item is there is no info on Playmates and Power Rangers as of now, which sucks because you should know something other than the banner that said, fall 2025. Especially
yeah,
with a stock. I wanted to talk for a second because yeah, we're done with this. I wanted to talk about the teaser. It was so generic because it's like the Playmate sign, and then there's a stock photo of the Red Ranger holding a sword. You
yeah,
mean to tell you mean to tell me they couldn't get a new pose, bro? Like that literally looks like you pulled it off of the first episode of the show. I don't know if you can
yeah.
bring up that image, but
You know what?
it
I'll look
looks
it up
so
real fast.
generic.
See what I
Yeah,
can find.
yeah, it
But
looks
yes,
so generic, and it's another reboot in like what is it, 6 years?
right.
Because we've gone from Bandai to Hasbro, now Playmates. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Oh,
It it's crazy because I don't know, bro. Like you're, and I've said it before, and I'll say it again. You're really rolling the dice with like restarting the brand and yeah, there it is. There's the thing.
yeah. This is on
But
Reddit. I don't. I just clicked on one, but yeah, this
yeah,
is
yeah,
it.
that's the most generic looking thing. Like, how many times have you seen that picture of the Red Ranger? Come on.
A lot. But again, I mean, it's just they could use. I don't think they want to use the White Ranger because then like everything like, oh, they're just copying Play or copying, Hasbro.
Yeah.
You know,
No, I
that's what
mean,
Hasbro's original one was.
but you could have gotten a cosplayer and take a professional photo shoot with
Right.
something to entice you. If you're the
And
new license holder, I mean, that we talked about, the universal brand holder for the
yeah,
license
global
for the toy.
license.
Yeah, global licensor. Yeah, you figure you're gonna make Power Ranger toys. Let me get a photo shoot going. Let me do something that doesn't look so boring and generic. Those letters look boring and generic as hell too. They look like they traced them and then they put them all blocky. That doesn't look like the original Power Ranger logo.
It's
I
not.
I
I
know
use
it.
the original one a lot in my videos.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. It's a lot like this looks really, really. I don't even know if the word is photoshopped or generic or boring, if you will. But come on.
Actually, what's funny is if you look carefully, it looks like there's a split in Jason's arm right here. Like it's actually a picture of a Troy.
Oh man, uh, not great.
And I hope I
Not
hope
good.
I hope I'm not. I hope that's just maybe the screen being bent or something on the show. But yeah, I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
I can go on for a while talking about this because I was looking at it for a long time when I was making a short little news
Yep.
video myself. And it's exciting to know that something's going to happen in 2025, but it's still far
Hmm.
away. Like it says, it's fall. I mean, think about how far away that is. And by then, who knows what's going to happen. I like I said, I just really want to see what they're going to do with the Megazord because of the Voltron. Voltron is a great example of what Playmates can do.
Yeah.
You know, and like the subject today is the remastered turtles. And again, I think some of this stuff, like the remastered turtles, is kind of like, can we do something like this for the Power Ranger line? Will people buy a taller turtle with a lot of articulation? If so, that means the Power Ranger line, we can do that with. I'm hoping that's their idea because if they go back to this very little articulation, people are gonna get pissed. I don't care if it's for kids or not. the adult collector is still gonna go out and buy these for the first time because it's Playmates
Yeah,
license. You know,
yeah,
it's like Bandai collectors when like, oh, now Hasbro has it. We're gonna go find out how good Hasbro has it. It's the same thing. I mean, I'm planning on buying them. You know, I won't lie. I'm planning on buying them. What am I gonna do with them? I don't know. But besides reviewing them, you know, because that's what I do. I might just give them to
yeah.
my kids or something. You know, here, have a start of a new line. You know,
If it see, that's the thing too. Like, if it means anything, because if they're gonna try to do a lightning collection thing, even if they don't do a lightning collection, your articulation has to kind of lean into it because you've kind of spoiled your fan base from 3 generations ago.
yeah,
People already have the Power Rangers, the legacy figures. They already have the lightning collection figures. You can't regress to less articulation, especially since Hasbro did such a bad job with their standard line. I mean, what do you
yeah.
do here? I
And people,
personally, I mean, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
you know, people have the Super Seven line, the SH figure arts line. You know, the
Oh
three
yeah,
zero
those,
line.
but
You know,
those are smaller lines. These are like
I know, but people are still
main lines.
looking at these main lines, going, they still got, you know, Hasbro has more articulation than Super Seven. So if you think about it, there's no reason why Playmates can't do the articulate. Well, I can tell you right now that you'll find out here in a little bit. The articulation is already there. It's just, is Playmates going to put up with it? Is Playmates going to put it towards the Power Ranger line? Is the question.
Bro, honestly, and this is just me, spitballing here, but if I were in a position to do it, I'd buy Power Rangers and just like stick to making toys for a while. No new shows, no new nothing. You've got 30 years to build on. It's not like you don't have content to make. Look, Mascara Fight is 10. I've got
Yeah.
content for 10 years. I can make another 10 years. And when you notice, oh man, 20 years have passed. What? You got 30 years of suits that you can make.
Oh yeah,
If you,
easily.
you have season after season, you don't really have to hit the reboot or whatever. If you're a toy company, just make toys. Here's
Yeah.
and this is a friendly advice to playmates or whatever, or whoever ends up doing it, because we'll see what happens tomorrow. If you start a team, finish a team. If you start the Zeo Ranger 1, give me to the Gold Ranger. Don't stop at Zeo Ranger 2 and then here's a Turbo Ranger to play with. No, if you start a team, finish a team. which is
Exactly.
which is something Hasbro just, I don't know, they couldn't figure out how to do that, and it took them forever to figure out. But I think we're good there. Let's get to the topic of the day. What do you say?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's get this. I might have to
Let's
split
rock and
this up
roll.
into two videos though. This is actually longer than I thought it would have been.
Yeah, well, this is our regular episode, if you
Yeah.
will. The other one was more of a drive-through episode. So let's look at these remastered turtles. I'm excited to see what they can do. Which turtle should I start with?
Well, what's your favorite turtle?
Let's start with Leo. He's the lead. So
All right.
let's see what Leo's got here.
So I'm gonna actually blow you up because you know you're the one
Yeah.
opening the stuff.
Well, while I open it, why don't you tell? Because you have these turtles too. So why don't you give them a little background on your stuff and what do you think
So
while I open
my
this?
my overall opinion on these things, I think they're flipping wonderful. I think the build quality is perfect overall. I mean, Playmates has a standard in general, but to see what these guys can do in action, you'll find out here in a minute. The articulation of these are just wonderful. And the only complaint I have about these guys is very little. It's just the two
Hmm.
head swaps. You know, the two head swaps are just backwards on the Leo and Donnie, and that's it. Other than that, the texture thing doesn't bother me. And a lot of people are saying the same thing now. Like I've been watching other reviews. Oh, the texture is not that big of a deal. When you get them in hand, it's not that big of a deal. It's not. Um, Now, from my own experience on my review, if you go watch it, you'll see me compared to my original Playmate toys from the 80s, the actual 88 toys. And this is something I didn't see anybody else do. And I think it's part of the reason why I get so many views on this one was they got the remastered of the 88s, and then they got the remastered of the reprints of the 81s. If you know that, what I mean by that, it's like went out to Walmart, bought the ones that just came out from the original line, and then they bought the remastered ones. The colors match up 100%. But the original 88 ones that I have that have been sitting in an attic with no sun or nothing, so they're the same colors that they were when I got them. The shades of all of them are different. They're just day and night. The colors did not match. I mean,
That might,
the colors,
yeah.
you can see that. Okay, well, Leo's darker than Raph, or Raph is darker than Leo's, and it's the same way with the 88 ones. But the colors, shade of the greens are not what they should be. And it's just not a big deal. I mean, it's not a big deal. I'm not expecting them to have the same 0 1s on the computer screen going, oh, that's the exact match to the one that back in the day. No, because what they're
Mhm.
doing is matching the colors what they have now to what you can buy at Walmart, and then they're going, we're going to use those colors for the remastered ones. That's why I looked at it, but it's not a big deal. It's very little nothingness to me.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about. I've seen these exact colors on the GameStop 4 pack. Did you see that one? That
Yeah.
the GameStop had a 4 pack of the turtles with the gray box.
Uh huh.
I think this was when they were like the 20th anniversary or something.
Yeah.
Jeez, that was 20 years ago. Bruh. Jeez, they're still using 20-year-old plastic. 20-year-old colors.
Oh, that's the other thing. The plastic on these things, I think, is perfect too. They did not cheap out, in my opinion. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so let's blow me up so I can start unboxing this stuff. Start rocking and rolling here. This is your boy Leo. Here's the stand.
Okay, so one thing I'm going to say about the stand is it's all the same. Once you open one, they're all the same stand, exactly the same. They're built the exact same way, the same layout, everything. The definite little accessories for the stand is what makes a difference.
Okay. Yeah, Leo comes with all of this.
Yeah, it's a lot of
This-
stuff actually.
So here's a question, just being maniacal. You think we get a remastered sewer playset in like 3 years from now?
I'm just gonna say this much. I hope not, because think about the price of that. Because that thing's gonna have to fit those turtles.
They're already doing
Not
the sewer playset,
Yeah,
kind of remastering it, but
yeah, but it's meant for
smaller.
the littler original 88 turtle size.
Yeah,
But it's got to
these
have
are,
to match
but
the Technodrome. So yeah,
yeah. Let me clip this stuff out.
I'm
It
happy to
comes
have
with
it.
the little
Yeah.
ninja stars.
Mhm.
Bro, when I saw these weirdo weapons, I was like, man, are the Ninja Turtles making a power blaster?
All
Duh.
right. No, I love these extra weapons. I think these are just a blast because it's like something totally just out of nowhere. I don't think they had them in anything. I
Yeah,
don't think they had them in the red season. The red sky season. I don't think they had them there.
yeah.
I'm not sure.
These are the swords for
The
Leo.
katana. Yeah. What do you think?
Katanas.
What do you think of those swords? I just gotta ask. What do you think of them?
They're fine. They're generic. They're nothing. I mean, what do you think?
I'm talking about like build
Half
quality
Life.
of it. I mean, I don't see them breaking. I don't see them really.
Oh, they're not loyal subjects weapons. I
No,
can tell you
there you go.
that.
There you go.
Sorry, loyal subjects, but let's call things what they are here.
Yeah, this little antenna thing.
We're not your boy the the Robo don't know channel. We're not that hard hitting here. Okay. So I like the Bucks so far. I gotta click them out. Let's see. All right. So Leonardo leads. Let's see. He's got articulation there on the arm. Oh, he's got The
That
arm
is it.
moves in and out.
Uh-huh.
All the turtles have the same articulation, I'm sure, but
Oh yeah. They all have the same.
I like the hand. Let's see
Now
what
the
their
one
weapons.
the one thing about the weapons I had is that they go in tight at first.
I like that because eventually, with
Yeah,
time, it's gonna loosen. So
exactly.
you know, that's what she said. That's what
Wow, okay.
apologies to those who
We just lost 2 subscribers.
maybe we got more. We got automotive and that's what she said. Talk today.
It's possible.
Yeah. So there it is.
Yeah.
He looks good.
I mean, I can even bypass the face, really. I mean, it's just a face, you know.
Yeah, but they're gonna fix this. There's no way
Oh yeah.
they let this stand, brother. I think, and I said it when we first saw these images. I think they were just so far along they couldn't course correct,
It's
which is something
possible.
that the remember when Lightning Collection was still strong. Your boy, the Toku Topics guy, he said it sometimes. He's like, "Hey, they caught the mistake, but it was already in the factory, so they couldn't
Yeah,
change it."
there was one ranger. I think you had to contact them and they would send you a different head or a different helmet or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah,
So articulation, what do you think of it?
I like it. It's good. It's
How could you compare that with Super 7 or NECA?
well, that's
Because it's a turtle. I'm not expecting it to do too much.
the articulation's like impressive, honestly. Like, you see this
Yeah.
buck. Look, they got to do this. It's a perfect sitting position,
Uh-huh.
and you know me. When if I can see a figure sit down perfectly, I always acknowledge. Look,
Oh yeah.
he's perfectly sitting down.
You
He's
can make him do almost any type of ninja stance. Not by himself, you would have to have a stand, but I mean, if you put it in, yeah.
That's a good kick
Uh-huh.
for a turtle. That's supposed to be what it's supposed to be. Yeah. The bends are good. It is. It's just the face that bothers me because I'm accustomed to seeing Leo with the sad eyes and
Yeah.
the that when you see the original turtles, all of the turtles have sort of a sadness to them. Like
Uh-huh.
you know what I'm talking about? The eyes are all a little droopy, like, we just
Yeah.
killed this foot soldier. Oh. These turtles do not have any sadness in their eyes. These
No,
boys are hot.
they're ready to kill.
Yeah, let's do the. I like the plastic. Is it feels durable. It
Like
feels
I said,
very durable. It feels like this
it
is
feels
gonna
good.
stand. Is gonna stand the test of time.
Like I said,
And
I
I
love Playmates. I really do. They make things good, you know? It's like their quality has never dropped since I started collecting turtles back when I was a kid.
You know what I give credit to Playmates too, and this has nothing to do with us, but it's still very impressive. The stuff that they used to do for Ben 10. I never collected Ben 10. I couldn't care less about Ben 10. It's literally way out of my age demographic, if you will. But they did
Yeah.
a lot of toys for Ben 10, and they did a lot of original articulation for Ben 10. And there's no reusing Ben 10 bucks because there's not like 40 different versions of it. The idea is the little kid turns into 10 different aliens, right?
Yeah.
Right? So you have
That's
to
the
make 10
idea.
completely different sculpts to this one kid.
Yeah.
Let's look at him with if I can pull him out here. I'm only gonna pull out Leo because then I'm gonna throw everything. But there it is with Papa with the Super 7 Papa. I'm gonna have to pull out my one of these days. I'm gonna have to pull out my original turtles.
Yeah, you do that. You can do it off camera and you'll see the difference of color and it's just so day and night. Oh, there's
Uh,
difference of color right there too.
This is a little darker.
Yeah.
This is a little
That's
darker. This is a little softer. There's more olive. This is more like martini olive,
yeah.
but it's still very good. Like I
Oh
said, look, I'm accustomed to these, like the sad eyes. Where's my
yeah.
sad eyes? These boys, they're gonna go.
Uh-huh. These boys are ready.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Ready
sir.
to go save April.
Oh man, I'd like to see them actually make a nice April, bro. Like, I think
right.
that would be the test because honestly, nobody's been able to do. Now that you say that, you make a very good point. Nobody's been able to do a decent April in like the past 10 years. NECA's Aprils are even they had April. Their April was so bad they had to redo the figure completely. They had to make her like a giant neck and all of this other stuff because they couldn't do it right. The Super 7 April isn't great. The Loyal Subjects April is. Please.
Oh, wow.
Holy cow, bro.
That bad,
That's,
huh?
yeah, bro. NECA's I don't know. Like if they can make a nice April, I think Super Seven's done a really good nice April for the Ninja one. But that's their second time around doing an April. If we could get an April in this scale, bro, that'd be freaking awesome.
I said I think that's perfect total. Not too big, not too small. You
Yeah,
know.
that's this is a winner, by the way. This is, oh my god, this is
What
all
do you
of the
think of the
turtles.
what about the texture? Everybody wanted to know about the texture.
You don't notice once you have it in hand.
Exactly.
You notice if you're looking for it, like anything else. Like, oh, that girl's got a pimple. If you quit looking at the pimple and look at the girl, you know, if you're looking for the pimple or you're looking for the mole or you're looking for the the whatever, you're gonna find the whatever. If you're not looking for it, you're not gonna.
Hmm.
Like you said, you in your video, right? You compared it with the original '87 ones, but you had
Yeah,
it in hand, so you could see them. You were looking for them. I don't have
exactly.
my. I'm comparing them right now to the Super 7, which is what they should be in line with. So I like their body. Like it feels like very turtle-ish. If you look at this for a second, this kind of breaks the mold of what a turtle should be. I mean, it's a masterpiece. I'm not
It is.
bullshitting. I'm not bullshitting on it, but
Well, I hope
for a
not. You collect them.
no, but hey, I'm the first one to talk good about Super 7,
Yeah,
just like I'm the first one to talk bad about them. This is
exactly.
a this is a constructive criticism, not just criticism out of my ass. This is for a reason. Look at
Yeah.
all the texturing on the shell. Look at this is. I think here what happens is the legs are stretched out this much. Since here they're a little more leaned, like you could tell more here. If you can blow me up, look, because all turtles are the same. You see it now?
Oh
How
yeah, I see
this
it.
this leans in a little more than this. This is very stretched out. This is very perfectly standing. You can get this thing to move more, but I think this is just like a knee pad issue because look at the size of this knee pad. That is
Hmm.
one big knee pad. This knee pad is like big, but it's not as cumbersome if you will. But this
Yeah.
is applause to the designers here. That they did an amazing job. Last thing I'm gonna do with the Leo, I'm gonna put the weapons behind them, see how they look. That's always the sign that you finish playing with the toy. That you can put his
Oh
weapons
yeah. Keep
on his
talking.
back.
I'll be right back.
Yeah. So let's see here. Let's slide in the katanas right there. That's what they look like. Awesome sauce with this guy right here. He is the belt. It's a thick material, so it's not gonna break easily. I like this. This is very good engineering.
All right, I'm back. Sorry.
Yeah, no problem. We're starting to crack open Donnie here. He comes
Okay.
with this AC looking thing.
That's exactly what it is, I think.
This cool weapon here.
Yeah, he's gonna hurt himself with that.
Yeah, I like this because it's got like a chain mace to the bow. It's
Yeah.
got double chain maces to a bow, which is pretty
Hmm.
nuts. Like you're looking at this is like some Kill Bill shit right here.
Exactly what it is.
This is sorry to curse. Try not to do it so much. A little AC fan thing that I'll never use in my life. The pizza slice looking things.
It's a knife, but yes.
Yeah.
It's funny 'cause I did the same thing on my thing too. It's like I used to call these pizza slices because they were all yellowish brown, you know?
Oh man, I've seen people critiquing these turtles because they don't have the orange weapons. Like,
The whole
oh, I
point
want
of
to.
that,
This is remastering. This isn't a one for one. They
no,
have the one for one already.
yeah, go buy
Come
it.
with, yeah, go the Ninja Stars, and bruh, it's like a $2 difference because the regular the regular classic turtles is $10. This is like $12.99. All right,
So I'm actually gonna grab this.
that's
This
an
is a
original.
1988, and that's how original it is. If you look at the back of the shell,
Yeah,
you can see how, yeah, it's
yeah,
been shell shocked a few times. As I
yeah.
would say,
All the Donnies have the back strap of the bow broken. I have mine
yeah.
broken too.
Well, not only that, but the shell's actually been kind of the paint's coming off of it finally after all these years.
Yeah.
But I mean, you kind of could tell if you go up to your camera with this as well. The color differences here a little bit.
Oh yeah, this is way more like chocolatey than and that
Yeah,
that one's like a really dark olive green, but this is 100% chocolate.
but it doesn't
Like
bother. It didn't bother me, because it matches up with the other turtles. They're still giving the same different shades vertically with the turtles.
I like this bow. This bow is nice. I
Oh
wish they
yeah,
would
that
have given him two bows, but because I like having two bows, two sides, two katanas, two nunchucks. See how it looks with the weapon in his hand. See that looks good. It's just the face. That's not his face. That's Leo's face.
no, this is his face.
Yeah, there you go. But he looks good.
Yeah.
I was saying when you left, I like their belts. The new belts, they look durable. They don't
Oh,
look like
there.
they're gonna break in a second.
Exactly.
This has some
And they don't
distance to
come
it
off
too.
either. The like good example. I don't think I talked about this, but like this belt actually has a little tab in it. Even though it's in the middle of the D, it has a little tab in it. You can actually take these belts off of these guys. Pretty simple.
Yeah,
Um,
used to lose
they
them all
also
the time
break pretty easy too if you do it. But
because they were rubber. They were rubber.
yeah,
That rubber will break in time, like anything else.
like the Leonardo I have has his belt on but not on. Yeah.
I want to see something. I want to see what he looks like holding
Oh,
the chain mace thing.
I think he looks pretty damn awesome with that thing.
Yeah. You know
Yeah,
why I like?
it takes a minute.
Yeah, I like the chain mace too because one of my animated series, Kelly Collider, the lead character, she uses a chain mace as her primary weapon. So I like the chain mace concept.
Okay.
I think
Yeah.
it's a cool weapon. And here, the thing I was saying about the Kill Bill thing, like it's a stick with two chain maces. You're looking to hurt somebody, bro. You're looking to get it in
Right.
here. That's why they should have done a foot soldier instead of Rocksteady if they're not confident in the line. But whatever, that looks good too.
Yeah. It looks awesome.
Um, you know what? If they wanted to try to be real cute, if they do this for San Diego next year, they get rid of this part and put an actual chain here, so you could actually
Oh,
chain.
yeah.
Now you're really cooking with gas if you put a metallic chain at the end of these bows and start swinging that stuff. That I think Mikey has like chains, so it's not like it's unheard of for them to do it either.
No.
And Super Seven did chains.
Yeah,
for their Mikey.
Mikey's nunchuck is chains. Or a really hard plastic one of the two. I
Yeah,
say it's chain though, but I'm not gonna take like anything to it, you know.
yeah. Let's see here. We are now at Mikey.
I like Mikey's secondary weapon. I really do.
The sights, I think they're
Yeah.
called. Yeah. This
Like I
is a
said,
home run. This is a home
yeah.
run for sure for Playmates. This is a win.
Yeah. I loved it. And like I said, that stand's just basic, but you can do so much with it.
Yeah. This is very much a win. I wonder how long it took them to actually engineer the posing for these turtles, because you're gonna use this book again. So here I could see, like we were talking earlier about tooling and things. Here I could see some actual tooling being put into it because when I showed you Leonardo sitting down perfectly, that is some impressive stuff.
Yeah.
The little ninja stars.
You're gonna lose those so fast.
I'm just gonna. I put all my stuff in like this, like little
I
shoe
know.
totes, just because it keeps things organized. If you put things in a big tote, the weight of it is gonna crush them. So I
Yeah.
try not to do that. Happened to me with my Beast Wars stuff because I have some Beast Wars figures, but they're back metal because Beast Wars had back metal in their trans metal twos. So like a lot of my figures, like, and that stuff doesn't hold up very well. So I try to put things in smaller, easier to find too, because it's much easier to find. Okay, here's the four turtles instead of a big bucket full of things. You're never gonna find that. So while I unbox this, oh, what would be like your dream wave if right now they do another wave of these remasters? What
Well,
characters? And it doesn't have to be specifically the same four that they're gonna. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't have to be the
I
here's Foot Soldier, Krang, Shredder.
I have
What
to
would
say Splinter for one. Get a
yeah?
splinter that can actually be articulated. Uh, April, like we said, for sure. And I think, oh, I want to say one of the neutrinos or one of the rock soldiers. You know, not Rock City, but rock soldiers. You know.
Yeah, General Trag Soldiers. Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be cool to see. That's another one that's an army builder. So I like this too.
Yeah.
I think
And
it'd
plus,
be cooler if it was rope. If it was
yeah,
rope, then you can really do this, not just
yeah. But I think he actually used that in the cartoon as well.
yeah.
Those packages were tight, very tight.
Yeah. Let's see here.
Now, one of the nice things about those nunchucks is that it makes it a lot easier to put them in the holder. Not like the ones for the Mutant Mayhem where they're just that weird shape. Man, that irritated me.
This is very good. This is very good. This is the third figure that does exactly the same thing, and I still love it.
Yeah.
It's very well done.
And like I said, they have the shading, you know. Yeah, they're not going to be the match shade or the color of the original 88s, but they have that same drop it color and shade. You know, you got a really dark one, light one, medium scale total color, you know.
Yeah. I always like when my Mikey can do this. The
Right?
the
Little
whirly.
nunchucks. Yeah.
Yeah. Man, this is good. This is
And see, here's the
impressively
thing.
good.
I'm just going to say this. Here's the thing. It was affordable. It's a collector's line. That is just a damn collector's line. You know, I'm not saying it is, but it is. Theoretically, that's a collector's line from Playmates, and it's affordable. It's not to the point where, oh my god, I can't afford it.
Yeah,
You know,
it's nice. I'm gonna put the
yeah,
weapons behind them. Yeah, you remember that string that they used to have in between the nunchucks or the plastic one that would always
yeah,
snap? That was
yep.
always terrible.
Well, that's like the Mutant Mayhem one. It's irritating as heck.
Yeah. Bro, they did a really bang up job here. Whoever did this stuff should be proud of their work. These, I wonder who is the sculptor. See, that's one thing. Like I said before, and I'll say I give credit to Mondo because Mondo credits their artists. Somebody must have designed this, bro. Somebody did a lot of work, and somebody did it with love.
Oh
Because you can
yeah,
tell when somebody
definitely.
does something to get out of the way, and when somebody's putting their heart and soul into this. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's what they did here. Very well, very well. Let's see here. It's almost done. That looks so nice. Let's see here. I like their head too. Their head is on a ball joint.
It's on a boat joint. It can go down. It can actually swivel down a little bit. And that's
Yeah,
different too than the original Ninja Turtles, you know? I mean, they got a good amount of articulation. And I think it's a perfect articulation. Like I was saying earlier, if that's what they're gonna do with the Power Ranger line, that tall, without a much articulation, I'm down. I mean, that would be a perfect height, perfect amount of articulation, in my opinion.
yeah. I saw some people complaining about this, the little peg entrance.
Oh my god, really?
That doesn't bother me. That's
Jeez,
fine, bro.
they're gonna complain about everything that they can.
Yeah. Look how slick they did with the leg pivots here. You could barely tell, and I'm holding it right to the camera.
Yeah.
They did a very good job here, bro.
You know, and,
Bravos.
there's always gonna be people complain about everything. The people are gonna just pick apart everything.
Yeah,
The packaging doesn't look right. Oh, the box was too small or whatever. Yeah.
yeah. By the way, if you guys want to send this video out to Playmates of us doing a review, you're more than welcome to. That's what
Yeah.
we like. Uh,
Honestly, you can get a hold of Playmates pretty easily, and they will contact you back most of the time.
yeah. Playing with these, I just got an idea, and I think it would really work with this line if this becomes a line and not just like a couple of one-offs. I think they should do the punk frogs, but have them all share the same body and just different heads.
There you go.
'Cause I think that's where they went wrong with. I think that's where they went wrong with the original punk frogs because they made Napoleon, whatever the Genghis. They made Genghis, but then Napoleon looks nothing like him whatsoever. So
Yeah.
you can't share the same body buck, which is bad. I wouldn't even say bad, but it's a hindrance to what you're doing. If you make all four of the frogs the same body but different heads and different shirt colors and different shorts, there you go. If you
Yeah.
That's what people want. You give Napoleon his big ugly face. You give him that one. You give Genghis the tongue out one.
Yeah.
You create two more and you make people happy. Here's the last one,
Oh, he's the
Raffaello.
worst. I'm kidding.
Raffaello.
Raffaello. Okay.
Raffaello. A little sword slice thing. This looking
So
like something.
it's a double hammer.
Yeah, it's got a spike at the end of it, so it almost looks like a construction worker piece,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
These weapons feel good in the hands too. It's not like they feel awkward or anything. See if I can cut these out. The stars.
Yeah. So I will say they had a really big eye for detail on this Raphael. I mean, they
Yeah.
could have really skipped out on one item on Raph, but they didn't. I don't know if Super 7 does it, but if you look on the back of Raph, he's the one that actually holds the pizza slice, as we call it. This, yeah, that one. He's the only one that can actually hold it.
Boom.
But like on the original sketch, he's holding a katana. So
It feels good too. This feels right. It's very
does,
fun. Very
does
good.
the Super 7 one hold that at all? Does Raphael have anything on his back on the Super 7 one? I'm not trying to make you move everything around,
No,
but
it's fine.
just,
It's
it was
fine.
just curiosity.
See where did I put my ref? Yeah, he has it.
Okay. Man, that thing's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just has this ugly, you know, dirt wash on his face for no
Yeah,
reason.
I remember you showing me that one other episode we did.
Yeah, that's still bothersome.
But don't worry, Playmates does better.
This is this is very very good. If they can keep the momentum going, bro. Like I said, if they can do something like releasing the four punk frogs in the same buck, with different heads and different color shirt, because they're all like Hawaiian shirts and shorts. They're like
Yeah.
2.5 men basically. Like they're like Charlie for 2.5 men
I actually
with weird weapons.
Yeah. So I went to Target the other day with my son, and I did see an original sketch, Mikey, and I remember watching the Comic Con thing about them releasing the original sketch Shredder. And then myself, this is one of those lines that I was just hoping they would just have the four turtles and call it a day. They really didn't need to move on from there. This is the original sketch of the Ninja Turtles, call it a day. But they're
Yeah,
moving on with that line too, and it's like, now which line do you really want to collect? Do you want to collect the OG line, or do you want to collect the one you grew up
I
with the
see that.
remaster?
I see that as a different fan base. So
It
that's
is.
that's very die hard because that means you want everything to. I told you
You bought one, yes.
I bought this one and I'm not jumping over the moon for it. In
You could have.
comparison, in comparison, because since why not? This is what we grew up on. This is
Yeah.
this is ours. This is what
I
we
mean,
wanted.
to be fair though, I do have the original sketch turtles on pre-order from Amazon because it comes with a comic book and it's all just one big order. So it's hard
Yeah,
to find them. I mean, yeah, it's a diehard collector thing, but I'm not
yeah,
planning on going past those four turtles. I don't care to go get out of the other stuff that's coming out. I just wanted the four turtles with the sketch. Now
yeah. But
this
that
other Playmate
that
line,
that bebop that they're teasing, that bebop looks damn good, bro. You can't front on that bebop.
I'm trying not to look at that stuff because this line right here is gonna kill me. If they
Yeah,
make Shredder look like the way they're planning on it, they make the Bebop and
yeah,
upgrade the way they're going to.
yeah.
Like I said, they make a Splinter that can move like they're supposed to. I mean, it's just. I mean, think
Oh
about a
man,
Splinter with a tail that can actually articulate or something. That would just be awesome.
if this line continues, besides doing the punk frogs, what I think would be good too is, yeah, like you said, I think they should stick to teams. Like release a wave of just the neutrinos. Two of them are boys, so they can share the same body, right? Like they're not that radically different from each other. If you can
No.
get good articulation, I don't need that much variation in your bodies. If it just moves right, because this stuff moves perfect.
Oh yeah.
It moves right.
And if you guys are
But
curious, my stuff's way up there. You can see the packaging up there. It's there. That's why I keep everything
yeah,
because I don't have room to display it yet. I don't have anything to display it in, unfortunately.
yeah. Let me get something because this is something I wanted. I haven't seen anybody do, but I want to do this on our show because
Okay.
it's my show now. But
Oh, okay, fine.
but
See you
but
there.
yeah,
Peace.
yeah. Hold on a second. I'll be back.
Yeah, sure. But as Masker is going to grab his secret weapon, uh, yeah, it's just these turtles are great. Again, go check out my channel if you have a second because you can see my review. My review is a little more in depth because that's just what I do for my YouTube channel. But whatever he's grabbing, he's grabbing it. He's got the party wagon. Let's
Everybody's got one of these.
if I had one, you know what? I should have pulled. Oh, see now I gotta do it. Now I gotta do it. Go ahead, do yours first.
Yeah.
But now I gotta
Right.
try something when I get a displaced band.
Yeah. Got the eyeball in there.
That doesn't belong in there.
Yeah, but you got to put it somewhere.
That's true.
The little missiles and the thing here.
Mine has a camera.
Yeah,
You know what I'm talking about.
yeah. Yeah, I got you. I got you.
It's the same band.
Yeah. I should. Man.
See, Masker has the party wagon. I have the news van.
Yeah,
I
but
want
your
I
thing is
want a
probably
party
worth.
wagon.
Yeah.
What? Might think worth more? I don't know. Maybe because they don't remake it, so it's a possibility. But not they haven't made it yet. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, they were. I saw in one of the interviews that Super Seven did when they were talking about that pizza fire van, whatever, Mikey's van, that they were
Oh,
talking about retooling it to make it the new van and make April with the green.
green suit. Yeah, I still have
Yeah,
that April. I think she's missing a leg.
yeah. So what I wanted to try was to see if they actually look how they look in here. So this is an advantage that they can just turn their feet and get it to fit better. So since they can actually sit down in perfect, see if I can get this thing to close. Can you blow
Wow.
me up?
Yeah,
He doesn't look bad.
that's actually kind of impressive.
Yeah, he fits. So the turtle should theoretically fit in here.
Wow. Yeah, that's not what I was expecting at all.
Yeah. Let's see if they're not huge either. So I think that
They're,
helps.
they're not, but I don't think anybody would have thought they would have fit in the turtle van.
Yeah. Let's see here. So they actually fit all in there.
Yeah, they don't look bad.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I'd be careful with Donatello's bow.
Oh yeah, I just gotta move it down a little bit.
Ah,
They're in there, and it closed. Oh man, if they did an ace duck like this, I'd love it. I always love this. That'd be cool stuff. But yeah, I think that'll be it for us as far as the review goes, the review portion. Anything
so
else you wanna
well,
run over?
I just want to know: is there anything flawed in your opinion about those?
No.
No, I didn't think so. No, I really had nothing bad to say about them besides the color matching because it's supposed to be a 1-for-1 remastered color matching, blah blah blah, and all that.
Yeah,
But again, that was just a small little ink a bit of nothingness. Uh, yeah, but
yeah.
let's just say if they did that with the Power Ranger line, what would you think? If they made the articulation just like that for the Power Ranger line, because it's affordable. That's what I'm saying. The whole thing's affordable.
Um, I'm a I'm a little worried about Power Rangers in general because maybe it's too many disappointments. Kind of makes everybody gun shy about it.
Oh, I'm sure.
So maybe it's good. Maybe like we're complaining. Most fans complain anyways about everything, but we're
Yeah,
complaining that there's no show this year. There's no. But if the consensus is so bad, maybe it's good to back off for a little bit. Like in
yeah,
wrestling, they can't miss you if you're never gone. People,
exactly.
yeah.
I just like I said, I really want to see the Megazord, Playmates Megazord. See how they vamp it, because the Voltron, the way they connect Voltron is so seamless.
Yeah,
It's ridiculous. It's like you see it as like how a robot was should go together.
yeah,
You don't have like a little peg or anything. I mean, literally, it just literally slips into each other and connects like that. It's just, and that's why
yeah.
Voltrons are so damn expensive usually. Because
I
they're flawless. I mean, they're just like you got each lion, and they form into the legs and everything, and like the Power Ranger one does, and it just slides right in instead of having these little pegs or anything. They just slide in and connect. It's I don't even know, and they talk. It talks every time you connect something. I don't know the characters' names. I'm not a big Voltron fan, but so and so's here. We are going together or whatever, kind of thing. And it's like, can you imagine this,
a Megazord like that,
yeah,
Dino Megazord,
pterodactyl coming in for landing or whatever, when you connect it, it'd be kind of cool.
bro. Is like I said, it's kind of gun shy to even think about Power Rangers in that light because, like I said, it's like also here's another one of the many because I think we should actually do an episode on like the pros and cons of Playmates, you know, having the Power Ranger license because there's a lot of stuff on both sides of
Oh
it.
yeah,
But one thing that comes to me is like, what can you do that's new that hasn't been done before? Because so much has been
nothing.
done. You know what I mean? It's like that's why I was saying a couple of times on a couple of episodes, like come out with the command center on day one because at least you'll hit the ground running. You'll
Yeah,
you'll give
yeah.
you'll give some impression that you're serious about this line. You're not just gonna get your money and run, which
Well, they
everybody does, but
mostly Playmates does everything already. I mean, when you come to Ninja Turtles, what do you get? You get the basic action figure, you get the play weapons, you get play sets. They do everything, and it's funny to think about it because theoretically you're going to be taking a company that does Ninja Turtles that does all the main items that Bandai used to do with the Power Rangers. You had the command center, you had the Megazord, you had the Morphers, you had the Blaster, you had all sorts of things Bandai did with Saban, because all they were doing was taking the toys from Japan over here, but they did it. And Playmates has all that same ability with Ninja Turtles, and they're just gonna take it and move it to Power Ranger line. But is there anything new they can do? No. Can they bring out stuff now? Yeah, they could bring out the 2017 movie they wanted to. They could do all sorts of things. You know.
that might still be in limbo with Lionsgate and whoever bought Lionsgate or whatever studio or Fox or whoever's because the '93 movie still, I mean the '95 movie still kind of
Kind
in
of.
jumbo. So,
Yeah, I just,
but
I just, I just think people just I kind of have the impression sometimes that they do that kind of on purpose, like Hasbro did it on purpose. Like, well, we got actually the rights to the movie, but we're not going to say anything. We're not going to tell anybody. That's why we're going to make these morphers that are movie morphers, but we're going to say they're not. Well, these Tango Warriors are movie Tango Warriors, but we're going to say they're not.
yeah,
Because then nobody can say, "Oh, well, you don't have the rights to this." I don't. I actually think sometimes they did have the rights to some of this stuff that they just didn't keep their. They're just like, "Zip," you know.
yeah, kind of like switching gears since we're done with the topic and the news and most of the stuff. Have you seen any new movies or anything like that lately? Or no?
No, I've heard people talk about Wolverine. Like my boss was just telling me about Wolverine today. She's like, "I want to go saw it with my kids and my husband." I'm like, "That's nice. You have time. I'm stuck here at work."
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've I've I watched the actually four movies recently. I'll just say like two, three words on them real quick. The Wolverine, Deadpool movie.
Hmm.
Watch X Men 1, and everything makes sense. That's all I'll say for that. I'm
Okay.
not gonna spoil it for anybody. The next movie I saw, Borderlands. I was so bored. I literally got up and left. I asked for my money back. I kept falling asleep, and I was like, this movie is
Oh
the
wow.
the jump cuts are horrific, bro. There, Kate Beckinsale, I think is her name. The lady with with the reddish hair, reddish
Hmm.
orange hair. In one
Yeah,
scene, she's standing here, right? And she's with a blowtorch. And then they cut away from her with the flamethrower blowtorch. And I'm like, bro, if you can't get my attention with a flamethrower, well, what are we doing? Like, if a flamethrower is boring, like, really?
that's crazy.
Yeah, the next, I just like, I tapped out. I literally walked away from the movie like 20 minutes into it. I couldn't get any further into it. Uh, the other movie I saw recently, which is a classic, and maybe we should do an episode on it one day. I saw that yesterday, The Mask with
Oh,
Jim Carrey.
really? Wow. But did you see the son of the mask?
Let's not get weird, bro. That's
No, getting weird is watching the cartoon of the mask. Do you remember that?
that's actually, bro. If you see that cartoon, it's technically the rest of the shit. It makes the timeline make sense
Kind
for a
of.
cartoon. Like it doesn't deviate that hard from it. It does because it
No.
still got Stanley Ipkiss, and I think the only one that they got rid of in the cartoon was the this girl, the Cameron Diaz role.
Yeah, I
She's
don't
not
know
in.
the name. I haven't seen that
Yeah,
movie in years. It's like Vanchera. I haven't seen that one in years either.
yeah.
So yeah.
Bro, I forgot how fun The Mask was and how much fun Jim Carrey was. It's fun
Uh,
to see him do the movie because he looks like he's having a effing ball. You know, he looks like somebody stop me. Like he's truly like giving himself all. And it's not like as annoying as he can be in Ace Ventura or other things because he can be annoying as hell sometimes too. You,
now now
he
here
can
we
be
go.
very Jim Carrey-ish.
I got a question for you. How big a fan of Jim Carrey are you?
I'm a decent size
Yeah.
fan of him, but sometimes
So
he stinks up the role, and sometimes
yeah.
he's like any other actor. He nails it.
So I know we're pretty much close to the same age. When I
Yeah,
was a kid, well, I don't know how old I really was. There was a movie called Once Bitten.
I've heard of it, but I
Once
haven't seen
Bitten
it.
is it's Jim Carrey. It's a vampire movie, and
Yeah,
it is pretty cheesy, but he wasn't funny in it. It was actually as kind of a serious type role. And
yeah,
seeing Jim Carrey like that compared to what we know Jim Carrey as, it's just like day and night. It's like he was trying to be serious
yeah.
to a point. I mean, there was a few Jim Carrey type moments in there, but it was
Jim
yeah,
Carrey's. I think Jim Carrey. I not hindrance or anything, but I think one of his issues would be like he can be so funny and so expressive that when he tries to be serious, it's hard to take him serious. Like he did
yeah.
that movie, Endless Spotlight of the Mind or something. You know what I'm talking
Mhm.
about? The Yeah, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Yeah.
That movie in concept is so genius because it's like your heartbreak is so deep, you literally want to brainwash yourself into forgetting this person. And he does such a good job, but it's still Jim Carrey. It's still The Mask. It's still Ace Ventura. It's still that guy from Liar Liar. And it's hard to see him even if he's nailing it, you know? Uh,
Yeah. Well, you know what? It's really scary to see. He does the Grinch. So everybody knows he's the Grinch. But did you
yeah,
know that smile that he does in the Grinch?
yeah.
That really creepy. He does that with his face. That's not makeup. That's his face. I saw him do it on a show. I'm like, that's crazy, man. It's like that
He,
muscle movement is just
yeah.
crazy.
He can be annoying as hell too. Like
Oh yeah.
I liked it. I liked him in Batman Forever. Don't get me wrong, but the whole
Yeah.
movie revolves around him, and he really hams it up. Like he is, he's
He is the
really
role.
hamming it on that movie, bro. It's you see Batman Forever. You
I love
know,
that movie.
yeah, but it's starring Jim Carrey. It's
Oh yeah.
starring Jim Carrey, and he is very much the center plot of the movie. One that I saw that I thought was one of his like comedic masterpieces, and he nailed. Did you ever see Me, Myself, and Irene,
Oh, that was a long time ago.
where he's like a schizophrenic and he
Huh?
adopts like three black kids and he raises them and they all. Oh man! And Renee Zellweger is in it. That
Yeah.
movie is so funny, bro. Like he nails in that movie. He really does well. Another one he did that's good, but doesn't get really that much love is. Did you ever see The Majestic?
No, I don't think
That
I
was
did.
him. It was a serious movie. It was him, and he's like trying to like resuscitate an old theater,
Okay.
and he's trying to like get it back on its feet, and he's like the magic of cinema and this and that. It's a good movie. It's just since it's Jim Carrey, it's hard to tell. Like one of his modern hits was Bruce Almighty.
Yes, I
You saw
remember that one. Yeah.
he did really good. I think he held himself back a little in Bruce Almighty because he was still doing like some, but not all of it. He didn't go like Jim Carrey in your face.
Well, that's like when he plays Dr. Robotnik in Sonic. You know,
Oh yeah, he
that's a character that's outrageously totally different than anything he's ever done. You
yeah
know,
yeah, but he's hamming it up there pretty hard too.
but
He does a good job. He does a good job. I'm not talking bad about it, but you can tell when Jim Carrey's holding a little, and when
he
he's
has
like,
he has to act like a genius, a evil genius to the point of there need to be a little nuttiness. So Jim Carrey was the perfect one to choose from. But at the same point, he has to act like he's intelligent, and you don't see that side of Jim Carrey very often in movies. You know,
yeah,
yeah. So it was kind of interesting to see.
it was fun to see him like taking that much of a role in that movie because it's him, Sonic, and Cyclops from the X-Men movies.
Yeah,
James Marsden. I
yeah.
forget who does Tails, but that's that one. Oh, and the last movie I saw was this one that's in theaters right now. I forgot the. It's a horror movie. Cuckoo. I saw Cuckoo.
Ooh, I don't even
Cuckoo.
know about that one.
It's about this girl that has her sister is deaf. Her little sister is deaf or mute or something. They're a little vague on it. She can't really talk, and they go. Her family goes live in the woods with like this creepy dude with a flute. And then at the end of the movie, I'm not gonna ruin it for
No,
anybody that
no, no,
knows.
it's okay.
Yeah, but there isn't the payoff that you're thinking, and the trailer makes it a lot more psychotic than it really is. It's not that psychotic.
Okay.
If you want to see a movie that like messes with you a little, uh, just that movie Smile.
Uh huh.
Did you see Smile?
No, but I heard about it.
That movie right there, boy. The beginning of that movie and then at the end of the movie, that's a good movie there. You know,
Yeah.
I've had a rocking good time, my friend. It's been rocking and rolling.
Yeah.
Anything else before we close up this fun-filled episode here?
I think we did a great job today. Like,
Yeah,
subscribe, follow us here,
hell
share,
yeah.
send it off to everybody. I don't care. Mother, friends, daughter,
Send it to Jim Carrey.
send it to Jim Carrey, send it to Rob
Yeah,
Lowe. I don't know. Whatever. Just send it to people. Have fun with it.
yeah. See
And,
if we get the mask too for real this time, because
again,
they did talk about that a couple times
yeah.
with Jim
Well,
Carrey. So.
real quick note on that. Jim Carrey is supposedly retired from acting, supposedly. So that might be a problem.
Does doesn't he have a show on Amazon? That show Kidding, where like he's like a child psychologist or something.
If he does, I don't know anything about that. So,
Oh well,
oh well.
probably
Anyways,
canceled.
thanks for watching. Peace.
Deuces. Bye.